Belmont, which ended the season last year. However, that kid that pitched last year graduated, so a little bit of help there. Orciolo. I'll always remember his name because of what happened there. But you guys are up against, for the third time, their lefty. Believe his name is Amarin or something like that.
Yep.
What did you expect coming in for this one?
We'd seen him all season.
Yeah.
So we knew what he was throwing, and we
Did you
jumped on him.
Did you have more confidence in this game than Pentucket? Because you knew what you were going up against?
We knew they were going to be a good team.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they were coming in with a good record, and we knew that Amron was going to come with his best stuff, but we had been all over him for the season. So
What did he feature? Did he feature anything special or?
He's got a curveball that we practiced a lot against. We had the pitching machines at practice set up for a lefty curve. So there was no surprise. We just waited and saw it in the game. It was the same thing we'd seen all week.
yeah, looked fastball throughout the game. So
You were leading off. Did you do anything different against them?
I don't think
For
so.
facing him for your third time.
Well, nah. I mean, I don't even know what I did that game. Like,
You stick to what you've been doing?
No, I just stuck with what I was doing. I let off. I got hit by the pitch, and then that started early. But I did fine against my first two games. So
Now, the most interesting story of the Belmont game, I think you know what I'm going to say. I'm going to say Remy pitched to start, Remy Carpenito. He pitched decently. He got you through 4 innings, I believe, or 3 1/3 or something, whatever. And then Steve Kuhl came in, and then Ben came in, and then Steve Kuhl came in again. I've never seen that before. What did you guys getting confused like I was on the sideline?
he'd done that before with Ben.
Yeah.
He'd had Ben in, and then who came in?
Bloom came in.
Well, yeah.
And then
Ben.
he put Ben back in when they tied it up again to go in extras.
Because Ben's the shutdown guy, and we need an out. Give it to Ben.
I was going to say, do you guys think it really was necessary to put him in there?
Yeah, I think
They'll
it was.
shut him down.
I would
Yeah.
definitely say so
You
too.
throw strikes, you're getting strikes with them.
Because I think at the time they cut the lead to 5-4.
Yeah, and they had at least 2 runners on base.
Yeah,
It
I
might
think
have
it was
been
second and
full.
third.
Was it loaded?
It was
Loaded?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Loaded, and Ben came in and threw strikes.
Okay. And then after that, Ben comes up to the plate, and Ben delivers the longest single ever at Morton Field.
Yeah.
Did he trip over the base? Is that what happened?
I don't
No.
know. They just can't.
Or he just didn't feel like
Yeah.
Oh, and then the coach was yelling
He
at
just
him when he
didn't-
got there to stay on the
he
base.
didn't
Yeah.
feel like going to second base, but he got the job
Yeah,
done.
sure did.
And then Steve Kuhl came back out, and it seemed like that was a different kind of Steve Kuhl. It seemed like he was, explosive fastball.
Yeah, I mean, he showed spurts of that in the Wilmington tournament, shut down teams, and we know when he's on, he's on. He's got a hard slider, and he can shut teams down as well.
He comes in and mixes it up. He's got a hard fastball where he hits his spots, and then he's got an over-the-top curveball and a slider that breaks from side to side. Just has batters off guard.
I forgot you were the catcher. You know all this stuff. I was going to ask you one thing. When Ben's pitching, does he tend to shake you off a lot, or does he just like to follow you?
He follows me a lot on locations. He doesn't have he doesn't have as much confidence as he should in his curveball. But if I think a pitch should be called, I'll call it twice, and he doesn't shake me off a second time.
Okay. Do you think he throws his fastball too much, or?
He hasn't run into trouble with it
Yeah.
yet. He blows it by at least 90% of the lineup. So.
Well, we could definitely see that last night. That was last night, right? Yeah, it was last night. It's funny how 24 hours, you were on that field up against them.
Yeah.
But now we're up against a little bit more competition. This was Brighton, which was last night's game. And we all know it was getting a little bit bigger. I mean, we're under lights now, a little more adrenaline, a little more emotions probably going in this one. And you come in, you're facing Brighton, which you most likely did not know really anything on. I don't know if coach was able to even find any information about them.
Yeah.
How was it leading up to practice from yesterday?
Well, he got the scouting report from Blanche because he played
that's right.
Winchester
Okay.
right before.
That's
so
right.
Blanche offered it to him. But besides that, no one had ever seen him play. We knew that they were an all Hispanic team, so coach was saying that they'd come in with a lot of energy and stuff like that.
I got to say, that was one thing I was surprised about. I did not think it would be like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, even the fans, they were loud.
Yeah.
They were into it. Every time they made an out, got a run.
They had half the fans that we did too, and they were a lot louder.
I know. But that's very nice to be low key. You know, that's the thing with us. Playing under the lights, how was that? Is that like the best it can be for baseball? Or can it be the most difficult thing?
For the outfielders, saw some trouble.
You know,
it definitely brought our energy up. I think we were into it more, and especially when we needed to be. I mean, we've been like that all game, but just in the beginning, we seemed to be up.
So again, Ben was going against Brighton, and you guys obviously had the most confidence in the world that this was going to be another good game. Now you were going up against this kid from Brighton, who from the crowd side seemed like he wasn't, as dominant as Ben. I mean, you can't really match what he's done, but describe him. What was your philosophy going up to the plate?
I mean,
Once you start, you let off.
Watch him in warm-ups. It looked like he was throwing half speed, and they're like. And I get up there and he's throwing the same speed. It was almost like batting practice in a way.
I was surprised.
You just had to wait on it. I mean,
so it's almost like you guys, your timing was off.
Well,
Because you
my
probably
guys-
were thinking it was going to be a faster pitcher than this.
A lot of our guys were geared up for a higher fastball, and that coach was talking, and he said he thought the righty would throw pretty good. But we got up there, and everyone was way ahead of the ball.
I don't think that was their race. Do you?
It says in the article that was their number 2 guy.
Number 2? Okay. And kind of interesting why maybe it's because he pitched a complete game against Winchester. But I don't know. I'd like to go with my ace.
Yeah.
But that's a decision in the coach's hand, which is going to be a difficult one at times. Now, made it a little interesting. Ben was cruising. You guys got your 2-0 lead. Didn't it start? I think it was in the 5th inning or 4th inning.
Fourth, I think.
Fourth. Okay.
Now, how did that begin? I can't remember who. Was it
Remy? Did Remy start it up?
I know Remy scored the run.
Yeah. He
First one, I think.
somehow. Oh, Remy, what was he? He hit a ground ball at third or something. The kid made an error. He gets on first. Then, did you come up? Was it you?
I got the walk,
You walked.
and then
Steve Cool got a hit, singled in.
Remy got to third somehow, and
Yeah.
then
I believe it was Steve Cool that singled in one of the
Yeah,
runs.
he got the
Steve
hit.
got
I
the
made
hit.
from first to third, and then Cool we did the first and third play. Where I
That's right.
scored.
You did the secret play, the secret weapon, I like to call it. Shh, we can't talk about that here because we'll throw out the more information. I don't know if we go to North Andover or not. But anyway, it would definitely 2-0 lead. You're feeling confident. Ben's still going. He's cruising. Got into a little trouble in I think it was the 6th inning, I believe, and that's when they tied it up. So that's when the lights became a factor. And what happened there? Do you think did you just lose it?
Yeah, fly ball to right field, and Mike Shea. I think from the beginning, it looked like he didn't have it. I mean, he had his arms up. He was looking at center field there, and I dropped in behind him. And I think that gave him a little momentum. They got a little fired up with that.
What were you guys thinking at this point? Were you saying doomsday or no?
You looked at Ben, and he was laughing about it because they didn't have a solid hit in the 6th to get the run in. But I mean, that kid scored from first on that fly ball. So
did it jumpstart to get that winning run from Ben's emotion?
I mean, he throws harder as the game goes on.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I didn't see anybody with a radar gun last night.
No,
but
not last night.
Yeah, he was definitely. I know from your point of view, from a catcher, was he throwing hard?
throwing gas.
Yeah. That's what I could definitely tell. So you were able to get that run in the bottom of the 6th. It came from, I believe, Remy singled or something like that, or Remy walked.
Didn't Remy double? Because I know.
No, it got lost in the lights.
Well,
It got
another
lost
one
in the
was,
lights. So he was on second
he was
base.
on 2.
And so describe what you were doing.
I mean,
What were you looking for?
we saw from the beginning.
We know what you got, but you could just.
We saw from the beginning that the second baseman was holding Remy over there. So I know Zerv came up to me after the game, and he said he saw a wide open gap in second base between there and first. So I knew I had to go the other way with it, and I got a pitch on the outside corner and went with it.
I was watching up in the stands. I'm like, look at that gap. Look at that gap. And there it was. You just put it right in. And then that's history.
Yeah.
Ben goes out for the top of the 7th. I believe he walked or somebody.
One kid hit a
No, he got
line drive.
Got the
off
first
Line
out.
drive, okay.
Kid hit a
First out,
single.
Kid got a line drive single, and then
another single something to get first and third, was it? No.
No.
No, they had
I don't think